Welcome back to Today's Evil with Catherine, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the dark side of social media. I can say that social media became the catalyst of my trauma and how I ultimately hit rock bottom at one point in my teen years. My generation was the first generation to use social media. It was the rise of Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I was 12 when I started using social media. I was in 6th grade. Middle school and fitting in is hard enough for anyone at that age, but the rise of the social media apps and what those apps brought into my life made my middle school years so much worse. Trying to understand the digital world is hard for the 12-year-old brain to comprehend, and there was no way I was mature enough to handle it all, and nor was anyone at my age. I got my first Instagram account at 12 years old, despite my parents' wishes. Everyone at my school was using it, and like everyone at that age, I wanted to fit in and to be included. I really saw how toxic the social media environment can be. Boys began rating girls based off their looks, on a scale from 1 to 10. Even though, the majority of the time, the girls never consented to be rated. Young teens were also being hypersexualized. I saw that all of this caused a lot of low self-esteem and perfectionism in the girls around me and even in myself. Also, I remember the ridiculous amount of pressure and anxiety girls would put themselves under to receive the most amount of likes on selfies. Because of this, girls began comparing themselves to other girls, and as a result, this caused jealousy. And if you look at it, it was over a stupid filtered photo. It is sad to think that at one point, we measured our worth because of how many likes we received on a picture. Social media is a fake world, a marketing campaign, and barely anything you see on there is real. And I think that's very important that people should tell their kids. So if you have a middle schooler or a high schooler who is using these apps, I think it is very important to check in with them consistently, to talk to them about how they are feeling and what they are seeing, and remind them to set boundaries for themselves, to set limits on their social media use, time limits, and to remind them to focus on their own talents and strengths. And I think it's very important for kids this age to have a solid support network, whether that be friends, mentors, parents, therapists, teachers, etc. Also, if you are religious, and that helps you cope with trauma or any challenges in your life, that can also be really beneficial. Even though I had my family helping me through this, I can remember how isolating it felt going through this. So, as a parent, let them know that they are not alone. Lots of teens have experienced this. Try to provide as much comfort as you can. Now, I am not a parent myself yet, but personally, none of my future kids will be using these apps, and I will make sure of that. Cyberbullying also became more evident. In my 7th grade year, I was cyberbullied on an app called Ask.fm. Now, I don't even think this app is even used anymore, as it quickly became known as a platform for cyberbullying. However, Ask.fm was an app where you got to anonymously ask people questions. And people used the anonymous part to their advantage. Cyberbullying causes anxiety, PTSD, and depression, and it can lead to very dangerous outcomes. I still sometimes, to this day, remember the flashbacks of the trauma I faced being on social media at that age. It was a very painful period in my life, and that's why I'm making this video and sharing some of my personal experiences to advise others, to help others on their healing journey, to give you guys tips on how you can manage your trauma triggers in a healthy manner, and to show you guys that you are not alone. I feel called to spread knowledge on trauma and to advocate for change in the mental health field. Anyway, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you can relate to this, and if you would like, share your story with me. You can always direct message me on my Instagram page, which is Today's Evil with Catherine, all lowercase. And once again, thank you for watching.